We are back. KThree, and you'll notice this time the KThree is now a K4. We would like to welcome Jenny, who is going to be sitting in with us today as kind of a resident K-drama expert. Jenny has been watching them for much longer than all of us.
A lot longer.
And she actually knows many more things about Korea than we do. So thank you for joining us, Jenny. Would you like to introduce yourself to all of our glorious
Hello, everyone. My name is Jenny. I am a Korean American. So like Jen said, I have been watching Korean dramas probably ever since I could talk and understand Korean.
There's a lot of Korean dramas.
That's a lot of Korean dramas. I go through the list
thousands.
and I'm like, I've seen all of this, so what's next?
Do you have like an all-time favorite?
That's a great question.
Ooh,
No pressure.
My all-time favorite right now is, I have two.
Okay.
One is Kill Me, Heal Me.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I have not seen
Interesting,
that.
because you recommended that one too, right?
No, that
No,
was
I
Marisa.
did. You did.
I have
Really
not
good.
seen Kill Me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
that one.
Okay.
And the other one is I Can Hear Your Voice.
Which one is
so
that?
It's
I've heard a
it's
lot
a
about
drama
that
with
one.
Lee Jong-seok and Lee Bo-young, Ji-sung's wife.
Yes. Okay. I did not like that one.
It's so
I never finished it. I watched it up until the very last episode, and I'm like, I don't care, and I just stopped
One on
watching.
the dropped list, eh?
It went on the drop list, and because I watched it because everyone loved it. What about it did you? What made you love
I
it so much?
love watching law dramas
Oh, okay.
because there are some realistic things to it, but there's also very fun and fake parts of the law that they put out there, and it's just so exciting. And the fact that it's kind of like fantasy where he can actually hear other people's
I did
voices?
enjoy the construct of what it was.
Right.
It was really
Oh,
fascinating.
who was
I
the
enjoyed
bad
it a
guy
lot.
in that?
his name I can't remember, but
We'll find a picture.
he's actually
This is why she fits right in.
Yes, exactly.
She can never remember the name.
I know the
We're working
character's
on it.
name, I just can't remember the guy's
It's
name.
okay.
Wow.
That's okay. We'll figure it out.
That's
Soon
even
you'll
more
see.
impressive.
You'll probably right about now see a picture floating across telling you who exactly it was. So there
We'll find
it
it.
is. We'll find it. We always do. And then Kill Me, Heal Me. Why that one?
Oh my god.
That was a tour de force.
Was it? Okay, I'll have to
Oh,
watch
in
it.
what way?
All
In
right.
what way?
First of all, I love Ji-sung.
Okay.
I think he's an amazing actor, and the fact that he can play seven different characters.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Was that do I recall from the synopsis that I read that's he's schizophrenic or multiple
He
personality
has multiple
disorder?
he has multiple
Okay.
personality
Puppy
disorder.
in that one? Is
Yeah,
that
it's one
puppy?
of our puppies
Is it
is in
puppy?
that, yeah.
We have puppies.
It's Park
Puppies?
Park So-jun.
Park Seo-joon, yes.
Seo-joon. Okay.
Yeah, he comes out as the brother of the girl character.
Yeah.
Oh, I will have to
Yes.
watch it then for
Okay.
sure.
It's going on the list.
It definitely goes on the list because
Going on the
anything
list,
with him in
thank
it kind of at least goes on the list to start.
You know
For
what's
sure.
really funny
Definitely
about
love him.
Park Seo-joon? So in Kill Me, Heal Me, he comes out as Hwang Jung-eun, the girl character's brother.
Yeah.
And then in the next drama that they did, like right after that, they become lovers.
Oh,
Right.
There's a little something going on.
okay.
They become lovers in the next drama.
Which one was that?
It's called She's Pretty.
That was her?
That's her.
She was pretty.
She was pretty.
I'm
Yeah,
watching
she was
that right
pretty.
now.
Yes. And is it getting better for you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
good. Yes.
Oh, good.
Yes, it
that
is.
Was, that was another
It's
one.
a really fun
That's another
drama
one
as
I
well,
aborted
yes.
on. Oh, I didn't like that one.
So you were saying, right? Just Marisa over here on our side of the room was saying there was some chemistry between those two. You felt, and then it obviously carried over into
Right.
So they played
Nice.
romantic leads. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Interesting.
Well,
I'll have to watch
speaking
that.
of She Was Pretty, if I may,
Yes.
drama from 2015 that I found. It has one of our favorite actors in it. I took notes so I would remember. We're talking about him.
Right.
Sorry, we short-term memory names. It's all fun. It's all a crapshoot here. But it got me talking with Jen and Marisa, and I'm so glad you're here today, Jenny. Thank you, because there is something that I don't know if we can quite call it a trope, a drama trope, and a trope is a word that I only came to know by starting to read about K-dramas and reading recaps about K-dramas. I'm like, I could tell what it meant from context. I guess a word that we might use in American entertainment would be a cliche. It's something that you see happen in a certain type of show, and it's a dramatic device that occurs frequently. So trope is the word we use
So
in
frequently.
K-drama.
So frequently.
Now in K-drama land, as I've noticed, and tell me if you all agree, a trope can happen in any type of drama. It doesn't matter if it's a rom-com, a legal show, a procedural, whatever. So in getting back to my point, which is in She Was Pretty, the female lead is, I think she's a very good actress. However, one of her character choices is she has extremely hysterical reactions to things, like
Right?
really over the top in a situation where you're thinking, why is she not getting dragged off to the loony bin? I'll give you an example. She gets transferred to, she has this brand new job, which she's very excited about. She gets transferred to another department where she really doesn't want to go. And she literally grabs onto the pant leg of her boss and drops to the floor and begs him, screaming at the top of her voice, not to transfer. And I'm thinking to myself, nobody acts like this. And it would be one thing if the entire cast was just an over-the-top kind of drama where everybody was doing it for comedic effect, but it's just this one lead character. It's not the first time I've seen a hysterical female lead character. So Jenny, I just wanted to get your thoughts about this. Is this something I need to be concerned about as I continue to watch more dramas?
Right? I think it's very normal. I think looking back, it's kind of been the history of all the female characters, lead characters especially, because so in Korea there's this manga, I guess, called Candy. And she's like this very, she's like this little girl, like who, like, you know, she's kind of like sad and all, or like she's like poor and she has all these like problems happening to her, but then she makes like her Prince Charming basically. And it's kind of like a typical like K-drama story that you would kind of like know. So they have that thing where it's like Candy's very like, even though she may be going through struggles and problems, she's very strong and she's very happy and she wants to just, you know, put the positive energy out there. So I think that's kind of like the
hysterical portion of it too?
kind of like, I think they just
ramped up.
they want to kind of like add it over the top. I mean, because also it's a drama, so like they want to just kind of create the extra-ness
Yeah.
of the character.
I can't really quote which show it was, but I have noticed in almost every show, I'm always waiting for my female lead, whom I love and adore so much, to just go on some crazy whaling expedition where you're just like, no, stop. Oh,
Take a breath.
just breathe through it. You're okay. And I don't know if that's just a very American idea of behavior where you just don't overdo it that much publicly, or if it's just a television trope that just doesn't work for me. Does that make sense?
I mean, for me, I'm just so used to it at this point. Like, I see it all the time. I see it all the time. And sometimes I feel like I can be over the top at some points, and I feel like, oh my God, I'm so extra. Like I need to tone it down. But it's kind of fun though, like just to be like out there sometimes and just seeing that kind of like portrayed as me, and I'm like, oh, hey.
Nice.
That's cool.
Well, I will say there is one thing I do like about it as someone who's been a little extra her whole life, is that usually my whole life, every time I start to go extra, people are like, you need to knock that shit off.
Right.
And I'm like, okay. Where in almost all the dramas, people are like, it's okay.
Yeah.
they get, you know, everyone comforts them and lets them have their moment. And I'm like, kind of do appreciate that part.
Kind of goes like up and
I
down.
like it from that perspective.
So,
Yeah.
And I mean, you see it over and over again, this arc of, you know, character development from the hysterical, you know, female lead with a shabby wardrobe who by the end of the 16 episodes, she's put herself together. She has a fabulous coat every single episode.
If not every single scene.
And every single scene.
To be honest, Pretty Woman has something to do with that.
Really?
Really?
Interesting.
Ooh,
Okay, so
The coat madness is pretty
well,
woman.
not the coat madness, but like just like the makeoverness of it.
A makeover in every episode.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm not exactly like I'm pretty sure in a lot of dramas that has to do with like rich men and like poor girls, there's like a section of the drama where like they go to a clothing store and they always like the girls always try out new clothes and the guy's sitting there like, hey, no, like go change, you know, things like that.
I never put that together.
I never put that together. It's pretty
Hollywood movies
so
are
bad.
like a big deal.
Product placement or
Yeah.
this part of the Cinderella candy story.
Yeah.
Wow, very interesting. And I do
put that together.
I will say, and thank you for bringing up that trope, the makeover trope.
Yes, it's very
Because
fun.
I was very grateful, actually, and She Was Pretty, that the lead female gave herself the makeover. She decided, and she went shopping for herself and decided to
Nice. Good
spend
for
the money
her.
on herself to feel better about herself. So,
I think I'd stop about that.
What other tropes bug you?
oh, good grief. Wrist grab. Let's talk about wrist
Let's
grabs.
just talk about wrist grabs, just from a
Marisa,
chick
let's say
standpoint.
Wait,
you're trying
I'm
to
walking
you're walking
by.
away, but I don't want you to wrist grab, pull you back,
Or
and it seems to be acceptable.
The one that gets me the most, it's not even walking by. You're sitting down and a dude walks in and grabs them by the wrist and holds
yanks
them
them
out of
the
the
wherever they're
room.
sitting.
And I'm just like, and they're like, what? And I'm like, I would beat you within an inch of your
I would
life if you did
Go
that
into
to
some
me.
serious self-defense.
It'd be some
in those-
serious
I don't know
ass kicking if a guy ever did that to me.
It creates the drama.
well, but that answers the question. So, okay, so that is drama. That's
It's
not
a very
reflecting.
dramatic thing. No,
Okay, a social.
I don't think so. I hope not.
I mean, it's just not socially acceptable, right?
I mean, it could have been like long time ago, but
Okay.
now every like
In the
we're like
Joseon era.
females, like females are
Yeah.
powerful, like you know we have that now. So
Right.
Okay.
I mean,
It's
my
not
favorite
so
moment is
much.
when it does happen and they get outside and the girl is like, knock it
Let
off.
go of my.
And I'm like, oh, thank you. You just became my favorite female lead. Thank you. Because
Okay,
I'm
so
like,
that's-
that is
That's
just.
a drama. Okay.
So
thank
like,
you.
there's
That's
not like a
drama
bunch of Korean men running around Korea just grabbing
Right,
women
no.
by the wrist and
Oh,
hauling
God.
them out of rooms. Okay, good. Because I'm just like, yeah, that trope makes me twitchy.
We're still learning.
We
We're
are.
still learning.
We're working
very
on
much.
it.
Thank you again for being here.
Okay, not so much a trope, but just more of a production question. And I have to ask this, what is with the weird, just mouth-to-mouth pressing and not
Oh.
actual kissing?
Oh, and
What
she
is
gets
that?
the big eyes because she's completely surprised.
Or he is sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a
It's-
censorship issue? Because
yeah.
in, almost in the same,
It's censorship.
almost in the
it's
same
a
show,
censorship thing.
Oh.
there'll be a really great kiss later on. Like, did they finally just wear down the censors and get a good kiss, or because it
Is
strikes
there
me
a quota? They're only allowed.
they're only allowed
one
like 1.5
moving
good
mouth.
kisses.
I don't think it's a quota thing. I think, I mean, I'm not 100% sure. It's just what I think. I just think, because like you said, there's there's really good kisses in like a drama.
Yeah, right.
And then another one, there's like just mouth to mouth.
Right, and you're just like,
I think it really has to do with censorship. Like Korea has this. I mean, I'm sure here in like Hollywood we do too, but in Korea there's like just like one department just making sure all these things, like all these like movies or like TV dramas or songs even are like very
it's songs.
even songs. Yes.
Is this a separate organization outside of the broadcasting companies, or does each
I think
production
each-
company has their own
Each
set of
production
people or
company
group that does
has.
that? Okay, has like a review
Yeah.
panel or a.
it's just it's you watch a show and you're like 8 episodes in and they're finally gonna kiss and then
they're
they're flirting and it's so hot and it's so great and then they kiss and it's like
freeze frame.
and I'm like,
kids are watching.
I'm like, what?
I know. I didn't understand because I watched Oh My Venus and those two, and it was so chaste. But then I saw on YouTube, I saw the trailers.
The
for
trailers
the series,
were hot.
totally hot.
Hot.
So I was like, what? Same
it's-
show?
That's what they get you.
It was like, that is false advertising. Like, that was the show I wanted to watch. Yeah. Oh, just it's disappointing.
It just floors me, the repetition of these things.
Yeah.
It seems so odd to me that there's always a wrist grab. At some point, he's carrying her, drunk out of a bar.
The drunken
whatever.
piggyback.
Do drunken piggybacks happen a lot?
Do people
Is that
carry?
really- is that really real?
Is that a mode of
There are people
transportation?
walking around Koreatown.
so.
Is there for real?
Yeah.
That's
I would
fascinating.
think so. I would think so.
I mean, it's actually very
I
practical.
mean, it's very handy, but I just can't even imagine.
I don't
For
think it's
miles. It's for miles.
I don't think it's for miles. I think it's just like to grab the taxi
Oh,
outside
okay.
in like a real life setting.
I've watched some where like
real life.
in the,
Yeah.
the actual geography that they've traveled is like 10 miles. And I'm
Right.
just like, that is.
And you're
That
thinking
man is- that man is
she's
strong.
a tiny little thing, but
Yeah.
she's dead weight right
Yeah.
now.
See, thankfully there's that cut, and then there's like that.
Right?
There you go.
It is amazing. And then when the girl there's been a couple where the
Oh,
girl
the girl
carries the
carries-
guy. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't care how strong you are. You weigh
How
a
did
buck
you-
5. You are getting
How
maybe
did
4
you-
feet
yeah.
with a 200-pound dude on your
A
back.
6 foot
That is
tall
not
thing.
happening. That is not
Yes,
happening.
Exactly.
Maybe if you dragged him on his ass, like, you know, with all the strength
Fireman's
you
carry.
have,
Anything
right?
to do with fireman's carry.
Yeah, they're a
Don't see those.
There is so much eating in restaurants in K-dramas.
Yes.
And drinking. Is everyone an
Drinking so
alcoholic?
much drinking.
I have never. They are
I
just.
feel like
There's a statistics. There's
Is there?
been a survey that says Koreans drink a lot.
A lot. We'll just leave it at that.
Yes.
A lot.
so that in
It's part of our
dramas.
culture basically now.
Now that definitely seems to be portrayed in the cultural aspect of
Yes.
drinking. Whereas if someone toasts with you, it seems like, if I'm correct, it's social obligation that you drink the drink.
Yes.
To like not drink the drink could be
Ooh,
seen
I'm
as
in big trouble.
Very like down.
being
Yeah, it could be frowned upon.
yeah,
Yes.
especially if they're
I'm
you know,
a
people who are
lightweight,
older
man.
than you
I
or
will be
in
fault.
situations.
Someone's gonna have to
Lot.
piggyback my fat ass through Korea.
Yeah,
Seriously.
We'll take
there's a
Jenny.
lot
I hear
of-
she's really strong.
Right, that's right. Jenny, we're going to Korea.
Let's go.
All right. Okay. Well, that is, I think, this week's episode. But Jenny, we had so much fun. Will you come back and do
Thank
another
you.
one with
Of
us?
course. I had so much fun. Thanks for having
Yay.
me.
Excellent. So, all right, guys. So there we go. Little touching on some tropes. We got some actual, someone who knows more than we do.
Veteran.
Way
Veteran
more than
K-drama
we
watcher.
do. Giving us the inside scoop. And we would love to hear what you have to say. What tropes are your favorites? What tropes are your least favorites? Which ones do you want to live out? All those sorts of good things. So, all right. So until next time, we're the K3, and you can follow us all along here and talk to us and tell us everything that you want to know about K-dramas. We'll hopefully cover it at some point. All right, you guys. Bye.
Thanks for watching.